UiPath is the leading robotic process automation tool built for both business and IT. More than 200,000 developers are working on UiPath. Hey everyone, I welcome you all to this session. In this session, we will learn about UiPath. Let's look at today's agenda. We shall begin with understanding what is UiPath. After that, we shall see the key features of UiPath. Then we shall see the different components of UiPath and understand the architecture of UiPath, which layers are present and what role they play in the architecture. Post that, we will look at some of the applications of UiPath as to how UiPath is used in different fields. And after that, we shall see the benefits of UiPath, then top companies hiring UiPath developers, followed by salary trends for UiPath developers. Finally, we will look at a hands-on demo to automate a task using UiPath. But before we begin, make sure you have subscribed to our YouTube channel and clicked on the bell icon so you never miss an update from Simplilearn. So without wasting any further time, let's get started with what is UiPath. UiPath is a robotic process automation tool for large-scale end-to-end automation. For an accelerated business change, it provides solutions for business to automate routine office activities. It uses a variety of methods to transform tedious tasks into automated process. Daniel Dines and Maria Stirka, Romanian entrepreneurs, founded UiPath in Bucharest in 2005. The first UiPath desktop automation product line was launched in 2013, giving business RPA tools to automate manual and repetitive back-office tasks. Let's look at the features of UiPath. Drag and drop workflow. The user of UiPath will develop visual process steps by dragging and dropping related tasks onto the graphical workspace. Then with the user interface properties, they can transform those process steps into a visual workflow. Users may also use the recorder wizard in the UiPath tool to build web-based or application workflows. The next feature is record and playback. The user can use this function to record actions and transform them into automated process series. UiPath has the following types of recording options. Basic recording. It focuses on automating single tasks and is commonly used to develop each activity's complete selector. Desktop recording. It can be used for a variety of actions as well as actions development. Web recording. It is a common tool for viewing and recording web page activities. Citrix recording. It is very widely used for recording stuff like pictures and virtualized environment automation. Next we have inbuilt activities in UiPath. UiPath comes with over 300 built-in activities covering a wide range of process automation and application integration design tasks. These activities are found in the Activities pane, which covers most design tasks such as data extraction, data entry, and automation. Next we have advanced scraping options. Scraping data from web pages and applications is easier with UiPath screen scraping. Furthermore, the data screen scraping wizard helps in scraping of data with a repetitive structure. Scraping solution works flawlessly with any program, including .NET, Java, Flash, PDF, Legacy, and SAP. Next we have high security and robustness. We can create super smart durable robots with UiPath. With a simple visual canvas, everyone in the company can use bots. UiPath offers high security auto login functionality to run the bots and operates with a locked screen, allowing automated process to run in complete privacy. Let's look at the components of UiPath. The first component we have UiPath Studio, UiPath Robot, and UiPath Orchestrator. Let's look at them one by one. This is how a UiPath Studio looks like. UiPath Studio is a user-friendly interface inside the tool that allows users to visually plan and design various automation processes through diagrams using drag and drop functionality. These diagrams are merely a structural reflection of specific tasks that must be completed. This is the activity pane in the UiPath Studio. It consists of project, activities, and snippets. This is the ribbon tab. It consists of saving options, opening new files, debugging files, recording, screen scraping, data scraping, and many more. We will explore this in the demo section. Next we have output pane where output is being displayed. And we have the properties pane where the properties of each activity is shown here. The next component is UiPath robot. After you have built your process, the next move is to put into action in the UiPath Studio. UiPath robots are used to translate the process into tasks, which are then executed. These robots are used to assign various tasks and carry them out in the same manner as humans but without human interference. When given operation occurs on the computer, UiPath robots are programmed to begin executing tasks automatically. Next we have UiPath Orchestrator. The Orchestrator is a web-based application in UiPath. It has features like deploying, monitoring, scheduling, and controlling automated bots and processes. It's a centralized forum for managing and controlling all software bots. Let's look at the architecture of UiPath. It consists of two sections, the client side and the server side, and the three layers. Let us look at them one by one. We will first look at the client side and the server side. Client-side UiPath components are those that the user or developer can communicate with directly. UiPath Studio, UiPath Robot, Browser, and UiPath Agent are usually included. UiPath's backend operation are considered server-side. The tasks and workflows that a user produces are saved in the databases. UiPath Orchestrator chooses the necessary function and the software robots to carry out the code's task. The robot's logs and statistics are stored in the backend. Logs are useful for analyzing robot performance and detecting errors in them. The two elements comprise the UiPath robot, agent support for UiPath and the executor service for UiPath. The agent support for UiPath is a service in UiPath that serves as the mediator between the client side and the server side of UiPath. All of the information and data are conveyed via the handler. Messages are also logged into the orchestrator before being moved to the SQL server. The service can be used to search all of the currently available tasks in the device tray. It also can change device settings and start and stop the current task. Executor service for UiPath. In this, the software robots use this service to carry out the task specified in the window session. Now let us look at the three layers. First one is the presentation layer. These UiPath components that are open to the users make up the client layer. UiPath Studio, robots, browsers, UiPath agent, and executors. For example, a user or a developer may use these components to design and create different tasks that can be automated. Computer robots are commonly used to complete these tasks. The client layer is another name for the presentation layer. Let us look at the service layer, the UiPath's architecture's most significant sheet. The cloud layer shows all server information. The UiPath orchestrator is the most significant part of the server layer. When the robots can perform the task, the entire project is periodically uploaded to the server. Within the aid of an orchestrator, the project is often carried out through several structures. The orchestrator is in charge of the whole band. It keeps track of the project development, schedules software robots for execution, and produces summary reports based on the filtered parameter. It assists in the synchronization of software robots so that they can continue to perform routine tasks. It helps our project meet project requirements, service levels, and deadlines, thanks to its web-based management system. Now let us look at the persistence layer. Database servers make up the bulk of this sheet. During this layer, all of the robots' configuration information is saved. Users insert data, robots, assign tasks, logging information, and assets, among the other items, into the orchestrator's configuration details. Furthermore, persistency layer is in charge of keeping the log information updated by the UiPath agent services. Elasticsearch is used to store these logs. The logs are primarily useful for locating and correcting errors. Process level data is usually saved in relational database management systems such as SQL Server. This makes processing logs from the vast volume of data a lot simpler. Hence, the queues tasks are often taken care by the persistency layer. Let's look at some of the applications of UiPath. In sales UiPath is used to generate invoice. This is an example of data replication in action. Both CRM and accounting systems must have the same sales details. Bots can update accounting records, prepare and send invoices from the appropriate email addresses instead of manually replicating data. It is also used in keeping scorecards up to date. Companies that do not have HR and CRM systems integrated can use RPA bots to ensure that CRM adjustments are submitted to scorecards in real time, allowing sales reps to track their progress. It is used in CRM updating. A new class of solution is evolving to incorporate their email, call, and other contact data into CRM. A simple bot could be written to update your CRM records with customer contact information if you can't find a suitable solution for using the CRM systems. Next, it is used in banking. In banking, it is used to check KYC. Though dedicated KYC solutions are evolving, RPA bots can be used to automate portions of the KYC process if your organization does not want to use one. A case may be referred to an employee in the event of an edge case that requires human involvement. It is used in sanction of loans. Like most document process activities, this method is appropriate to RPA automation because complex business logic can be embedded in bots, which can partially automate loan decisions and the manual process that follow. It is used in execution of trade. RPA bots may be useful in situations where legacy systems are incapable of storing complex limit orders. However, this is more a band-aid solution. In the long run, switching to a sophisticated and competent trading system will certainly be a smart investment, considering how it could increase trading and minimize trader workload. Next, it is used in healthcare. In healthcare, it is used for appointment scheduling. The RPA bot makes appointment for patient based on their diagnosis, doctor availability, location, and other factors such as financial statement and insurance details. It is used in supporting analytics to improve patient treatment. RPA bots may collect a variety of medical information. RPA bots, for example, can use patient data to a third-party healthcare analytics provider to provide more reliable diagnosis and better patient care without violating any confidentiality regulations. Let's look at the benefits of UiPath. Increase productivity. UiPath automates with quick speed and accessibility. Consider an RPA bot that allows a worker to produce a monthly report in 20 minutes instead of manually taking 4 hours. The company's productivity could increase as a result of process automation. Next, we have high efficiency. RPA software does not need a break. It can operate 24 hours a day. A single RPA robot may replace 2 to 5 full-time workers. If not more, robots can do the same amount of work in less time or more work at the same time than humans. Customer experience. In RPA-adopted business, routine and repetitive and boring tasks are assigned to robots, allowing employees to focus more on customer service. Company may meet consumer needs with the help of professional and knowledgeable employees. Highly secure. There is no risk of information leakage from one component to another because it performs single tasks. As a result, data access is strictly monitored and reported. Cost effective. UiPath has minimal operating cost and more efficient use of IT resources. Let's look at the top companies hiring UiPath developers. Infosys, IBM, Deloitte, EY, KPMG, Tata, Tech Mahindra, and Capgemini. Let's look at the salary trends for UiPath developers. The average pay scale for a UiPath developer in India is 5,45,000 rupees. UiPath developers' salary ranges from 362,000 rupees to 1 million. In USA, the UiPath developer's salary ranges from $58,000 to $107,000, and the average salary is $76,000. Let's look at a demo. Consider a scenario where you have multiple Excel files you want to combine the data in single file. In this demo, we will merge two Excel files into a single Excel file and send it over an email. Let's create automation to merge two Excel files using UiPath. From here, we can open a new project or existing project stored locally or on version control system. With a click, we can open a new project or create a new project from a template. UiPath offers many templates depending on what you are trying to do. For now, let us start with a blank project. So we'll open a blank project here. So we'll open a main workflow. Then we'll go to new and select a new sequence. We can do it using a flowchart as well, but for now I'll show you doing a sequence. So we'll open the sequence and we'll name the sequence. Since we are merging two files, I'll name it as merging files and I'll create it. So we'll go to the activities pane. Firstly, we need to drag and drop a read CSV activity. So search for read CSV. So drag and drop read CSV activity. Since we are using two Excel files, so we need two read CSV activities. And read from the file, we need to select the file location. So we'll select the file location, sample CSV file 1. And at the file 2, we'll select another file location, sample CSV file. At the output side, we'll create a variable and name it as sl underscore file 1. Similarly, for another read CSV, we'll create a variable and name it as sl underscore file 2. So this much is done. Now we need an assign activity. So we'll search for assign activity. So we'll drag and drop. Assign activity has two parameters, to and enter an expression. So in the to, we'll create a variable, name it as merged SL. And in the expression, write an expression, say SL underscore file 1 dot clone. Why are we using a clone function? The clone function creates a new data table with same structure but does not copy the data. Oops, it's showing an error here. So what's the error? So we need to assign the variable type to be system.data.data table. Here we go. The error has gone. So after using the assign activity, we need to merge the data table. So we need merge data table activity. So search for merge data table. Here we go. Drag and drop it. We need two merge data table activities. So drag and drop. And specify the destination and source here. The destination is the merged SL. And the source is the SL underscore file 1 for the first data merge table. Similarly, for second merge data table, destination remains same. Source will change to SL underscore file 2. So this is done. So next we need to drag and drop a write CSV file. Write CSV file creates an output file in which you want to merge the two files. So search for write CSV. Here we go, drag and drop it. So choose the path, create the file. So you can see there is no output file here. So we'll create the output file now, which is an empty file. So output.csv. So we have created an output file. So right from, we'll write it as merged SL. We need the data from merged SL. So the output file is created. So now we need to send the file over an mail. So for that we need to drag and drop a get password activity. So we'll search for get password activity. Here we go, drag and drop it. And once you get this get password activity, enter the password here, enter your password, email ID password. So there is a prerequisite when you use get password. To receive a mail, go to your Google account. In Google account, go to your security option, and in security there is an option called less secure app access. Turn that on. I'll repeat, turn on the less secure app access. Okay, once the get password is done, go to the result section. In the result section, right click and create a variable. Name it something, maybe SSS. So I've created a variable there. So we need a last activity now, that is SMT mail message. SMTP mail message. Drag and drop it. So in the host, port and enter the server. So the server, you have to enter it as smtp.gmail. All should be in the double quotes. smtp.gmail.com, and enter the port number as 587 and enter your email ID here, which is your own email ID. I'll enter mine. Once you enter the email ID, enter the password what we had created. So that's done. So enter the email ID here. Enter the subject, whatever you want. So I'll enter it as merged data, merged Excel files. Enter the body. So we'll attach the file. So what is the file which we are attaching here? So we are attaching the output file. What we have named it as output.csv file. So that's it. We'll run the program. We'll run the code. Sample execution has started. And within the 10 seconds, sample execution has ended. So we'll go and check if we have received the mail. So this is my email ID. Here we go. We have received the email here. Let's open this. Let's open the output file. Here we go. You can see the data is being merged. And if you go to the file where the documents were stored, here you go. These were the two files, the sample file 1 and sample file 2, and this is the merged file which was created. Let me show you the sample file 1 and sample file 2. So this is the sample file 1 with 10 rows, and this is sample file 2 which also has 10 rows. So this is file 2 with 10 rows and file 1 with 10 rows. And here we go. This is the output file which has both 10 rows merged here. Here we go. It is sent over and mail. So that's it. It was an example or demo for better understanding of UiPath. So with that, we have reached the end of this video. Like and share it if you found it interesting. Thank you for being here. Keep learning and stay tuned to Simplilearn.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.